Hi everyone, I'm Kalem from Redfoot Leveling, and today I'm going to show you how to replace a valve and a coil on our hydraulic pumps. The only tool you should need is an adjustable shifter. Before we start pulling anything apart, we want to make sure we do an all retract on the system. To do an all retract, you're going to power on, and as you'll see, our jack lights are red, telling us our jacks are down. So all retract. Now our jack lights have gone out, operating light has gone out. That's telling us our system is fully retracted. The reason why we've done an all retract is because we want to make sure there's no pressure in the extend side of the system. When you do an all retract, the retracts bank of the manifold will be built up with pressure, but the extend side won't be. And because we're taking a valve off the extend side, we want to make sure there's no pressure in there, otherwise as soon as you crack that, you're going to have oil spewing everywhere. Now, as always, before you work on any system, make sure you turn the power off at the source or disconnect the battery. Now, before you undo anything on these manifolds, be very wary that there can be pressure still built up in some of these. So you want to really slowly crack them open, wait for anything to bleed out, and then you can start removing them fully. Otherwise, you'll have a big explosion of oil everywhere. As you can see here, we have the 4 extend ports. And we're going to replace this end one here as it's damaged. We're going to replace both the coil and the valve. So you want to get your adjustable shifter and just place it on the valve here, on the end cap, and twist it anti-clockwise, and that should come straight off. You can then remove the coil, and if you're just needing to replace the coil, you can disconnect these connections here, remove the old coil, and put the new one back on. We're going to remove the whole valve this time though, and I'll show you how to do that. Make sure you have a rag handy, because most likely there'll be oil coming out of where this port is. And again, with our shifter on the end of this port, they may be quite tight. Again, anti-clockwise. We can now throw away our damaged valve and coil and replace it with a new coil and valve. We can now do the exact same thing in reverse order. Put our new valve in. Make sure it's quite snug and tight. Now we can put our new coil on, having the pins facing outwards, as you can see there. Put our cap on. Now this doesn't need to be too tight, you just need to make sure it doesn't wiggle. So just snug, so you can't spin that. Then you can put your leads back on. The black goes on the right hand side and the yellow on the left. Now of course we want to make sure the problem has been solved, so you want to drive down the pair of cylinders that one of the valves that you've replaced are on. Make sure it goes up and down correctly and holds pressure. Once that's all good, give it up and down a few more times just to make sure there's no air in the system, and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching, and join back next time for some more tips and tricks.